It's the JaeTae Show. It's the JaeTae Show. It's the JaeTae Show. It's the JaeTae Show.
Season's greetings. Welcome to the JaeTae Show.
To the JaeTae Show.
Thank God for another episode. We are yet pressing our way. It's another Sunday whereof we are glad by the time you see this, we will have gathered with the saints and given God praise for his goodness. I heard something this week that I think is a great opener. I actually heard it on the way home today to this particular broadcast. A lot of times we hold back our praise because of our unworthiness. We know that we've done something wrong. We messed up some kind of way. We failed God. We don't want to feel fake. We don't want to feel like we're just doing something to be doing it. But the truth is, it's not about how we feel. It's not about our worthiness, but it is truly about God's worthiness. So when we lift our hands, when we cry and we snot, when we lay out on our faces, when we break out in a dance, all of that, when we open our mouths and tell God thank you, and we bless him, we extol him, we exalt him, we magnify him, we glorify him. When we do all of that, when we say hallelujah, it is because he is worthy. It's nothing to do with us and how we feel. And I think if we can get that through our minds, corporate worship experiences will be so different. So different. We're thinking about what the next person is going to say if we lift our hands, if we lift our voice, if we get too loud. But he deserves that. If we shout with a loud voice, if we dance, but he deserves that. He is worthy of that. That's the thing. And so I thought that was a great opener, and I just pray it blesses someone and frees someone up for today. Again, I know you're saying this is 7:30 in the evening, but the next time you have an opportunity to gather in corporate worship, prayerfully, you'll think of this and be a little freer to bless God for his worthiness and realize it has nothing to do with you or yours. Well, JaeTae, you have any openers?
This is I'm glad you fixed it so I don't say it wrong again. This is the first Sunday of 2024.
Oh my gosh.
And it just seemed like it was just the first Sunday. This year has gone by super, super, super quick. Super quick. I know I'm looking forward to the first Sunday, or the first, New Year's. That's not a Sunday.
New Year's Eve?
New Year's Eve, yeah. New Year's Eve service. So.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, laying out. Speaking of him being worthy and just being in a free atmosphere where there are others who recognize his worthiness. Yes, there are going to be thousands of people there, but it's just going to be me and Jesus.
Mhm.
Me and him are going to go for it. I'm going to bless him with all that is within me. I will bless his holy name, because this has truly been overall a blessed year. It has been a trying year, but it has really been overall a blessed year. The fact that we've made it thus far, realizing that so many that we know, especially in the gospel music community, have passed. I was going through my phone. I hated I wasn't feeling good on Thanksgiving of all days, it started Wednesday night, and I think it's because of a specific drink that I drunk Wednesday evening that started a whole befuddling incident that didn't allow me to enjoy my Thanksgiving food. But I I I was thinking I'm sorry, as I was going through the phone messaging each and every individual in my phone and deleting some that have never responded, just kind of getting rid of some things. I came across so many who have gone on to be with the Lord, and was actually getting ready to message two of them and realized they're gone. And just past this year, unexpected, but gone. We never know. I played for a homegoing service earlier today, and Pastor Narcisse really said some great funeral things that should be said in a homegoing celebration, because the truth is we shall all pass that way. And before he preached, I sung Jesus Promised Me a Home over there by Jennifer Hudson. And it really ministered to me, because the truth is there what I was blessed by is there's no more sickness, no more sorrow, no more pain, no more care. And it made me think about all of the cares that we have in this life. Thank you. That bills, family, school is just a conglomerate of things that we care about. And we know there are many diseases, but there will be no more sickness. And it really stood out to me that we have something to be looking forward to. And even as I consider those in my phone, and I'd done some things on Facebook where I tagged most of my friends on Facebook for something. I think it was all the people in Galveston County that sing that I know, but I had to go through my entire friends list. And I came upon so many who had passed away. And I don't know what it is, but I just cannot delete their phone numbers. I cannot delete their friendship. It's almost as if it's making it final. You know that they're gone, that you won't see them again until that home over there. And but I think about the fact that they are now, especially if they believed in Christ and his finished work at Calvary and the resurrection, that they are now a part of the cloud of witnesses who are cheering us on to keep the faith and to live out this life, not by sight, but by faith. And I think about that because our sight, our perspective, I feel like there's a sermon coming about perspective. When I thought about this, I had gotten a title, I should have wrote it down, but it's dealing with our perspective. And if you have the wrong perspective, it doesn't matter what the truth is. How you see it is your reality. And so knowing that uh, we have this great cloud of witnesses who are cheering us on to keep the faith and to walk by faith and not by sight, because our sight is so tainted at times with the worldly things. And it brings me back to the experiences we have as a child, and as we grow and as we continue along the journey, how we have to evolve and really begin to learn what's what for ourselves, and what is our perspective, how do we see it, that becomes so important. And then you have to shift as you become a disciple of Christ to not what you see or what you think, but what God says. And so that's my topic for today. Just the thought of him promising a home over there, and there'll be no more hiccups. That just on set out of nowhere and have to get a bottle of water all to work to you. Yep. But in the middle of a show, and you have to keep going anyway. No more cares. No more of this. And yeah, I think we've already started. People are still giving and doing toward our fundraisers. We've actually sold quite a bit of spaghetti plates already. And so that's my next thing. And I definitely will pass it over to JaeTae. I wasn't going to get to it now, but since I brought it up, we do have a J-Bass chicken spaghetti fundraiser going on, and the second Sunday will be the day that we give out those plates to those who have RSVP'd for them. They are $15. Of course, you can Zelle 409-996-8791 or Cash App $ J-Bass Ministries. That's JBASS MINISTRIES. And we will be giving those out at New Vision Church around 1:15. Give us a little time to get out of service and get back and do a little additional setup to be prepared for those who will come. So you are invited, especially if you're in Galveston County. I had a sister that was saying we have 3 services that day. And I said, well, sister, you got to eat. And so I was able to get her to get 2 plates for her and her husband. And so we're on the move. And I just thank God. I thank God. What I was getting to, we've been blessed. The community, God has truly been so good that we've been able to come together collective to pay off Volume 7, the balance for the drums and the studio work. So that is a done deal. And now we're working musically still on Volume 7, but we are now financially working toward Volume 8. And as much as that is a project, and I'm thinking about the graduation celebration right before JaeTae walked in, I've done quite a bit. I'd started to create the digital flip souvenir book ad form. And we have the graduates form, because we're going to celebrate any graduate in this area who gets wind of what's going on and and want to celebrate in another way, their accomplishment. And it dawned on me, you don't know what this could be, especially, I was thinking I'm going to make calls to some of the local high schools, the local colleges, to let them know that this is something that we are working towards, and find out how we can get the information to their graduates, just to see if they are interested. It's not something that we're forcing on anyone. It's not necessarily religious. It is held at a church, and the music that I will be singing is the music that I always sing, which is gospel music. But there will be other music majors from College of the Mainland who will be singing, and not all of their music will be gospel. And they have free reign to do what they want to do in their time frame. And so I'm really looking forward. I know I was thinking, golly, I may have to get a team to help, because you get just 100 to 200 graduates that respond. That's up to 5 photos for each. You have to name those 500 folders within your external hard drive. You have to make sure everything is labeled. Then I have to create a voiceover for individual, each individual, to make sure that they are represented in our video presentation, which will debut at the beginning of the service. As they walk in, their information will be playing. And I'm so grateful to Arquise for his work, because now I can make sure that the volumes and all of that can be done right, and mixed and mastered, so that when we get to the church and play this video, that it will be able to be heard, and that it will be clear, and that each individual will be pleased with their individual presentation as they celebrate their graduation. And so yeah, I'm thinking about all these events that are coming up, and I honor God that I have not forgotten where I was going with sharing all of that. And it was still, if He calls me home and none of this stuff gets done, I am so ready. I want to see volume 8. I want to see volume 9. I want to hear volume 10 complete, because I have it pretty much complete in my computer. There's some things I have to do, go in and map some things, and also do the additional recordings, because I usually do about 4 vocals per part, 4 tenor, 4 alto, 4 soprano, and then also bring in additional singers. And so that's a lot of work, and I haven't really done much of that for volumes 9 and 10, but I'm looking forward, as we continue forward, to getting those things done. But at the same time, if He calls, I will answer. And so God bless. I have taken up so much of your time, but I honor God again that everything has flowed. Everything that I needed to say, I've been able to share, and got in quite a bit, all in one little statement. And so I don't know how little it was, but now I give you over to JaeTae to wrap us up, her final thoughts about what has been shared. I know earlier this week you were in your class getting things together for Christmas, because you know that it's only going to be a few weeks once the students come back. And so just how did that go? And when you think about the work that we have to do in preparation for this graduation celebration, how long it has taken us to, and still waiting on the location, date, and time. Just your thoughts about everything that's going on.
Well, I did go to my classroom on Monday, and I said to myself week before last now, that I was not going to go and spend the whole day there. And it was end up there from 9 to like 5,
Mm.
the whole day, because it takes a long time to take stuff down and then figure out what you want to put up and, write the stuff out and hang it up and all that. It just takes time. So I got a pretty good start, but I have a lot to do still.
Oh no.
And I was looking at our calendar for the weekend. Every single day I have something after work. So
Oh
it's
no.
going to be interesting. But before we even get to, excuse me, June 14th event, we have January 25th, the What's
Okay,
Next
yes.
conference.
All right.
And this is just a plug. Hopefully we'll have a flyer next week. Now that we have all the participants' pictures, hopefully get a flyer done so we can start sharing and y'all can start registering for the conference. The What's Next conference is the first conference of the year that we will be putting on. So, what you asked about? Okay, June. Before we even get to June, we got the third Saturday of every month. Y'all come out and
Come sing with us.
and sing. Even if you don't sing, you can come and still see what you can do. Our photographer is there, videotaping, different things throughout the rehearsal. So come out, which is what day? Well, we don't know the date yet. Okay, third Saturday in December, whatever that date is.
Yeah.
Third Saturday. So
Third Saturday of every month at 3 p.m.
yeah, at the New Vision Baptist Church, 2311 24th Street, Dickinson, Texas, 77539. But I was thinking when you were talking about the graduation that this could be something that can go on for years and years, because somebody may not be graduating this year, but they may want something like this to be going, you know what I'm saying? Because you have graduation and, some people do project grad, but a lot of people don't do things like this where you can come together with other graduates. So you just never know what door this can open, especially when talking to the high schools and being at the college and actually graduating next year from the college. They may actually put on something every year. So, and that's because God's gonna keep you here for many, many more years.
Amen.
So that's all I have.
All right. Well, thank you all so much for joining us for this episode of the JaeTae Show. Pray you have been blessed and encouraged by these conversations about life. God bless.
It's the JaeTae Show.